Hi, welcome back to Every Note Counts, and today I want to tell you about the rise and fall of my love for Gibson. It was 2020, and I was deeply in love with the Andertons music channel on YouTube, as I still am. And they were announcing at that time that Gibson, under new management, was bringing out a new line of guitars, or at least had done some updates. Had done some updates to their guitars. And this got me very interested. Oh, what is the new management up to? Apparently, the CEO had heard the concerns about Gibson's quality and had shut the factory down to replace all of the light bulbs because there was burnt out light bulbs in the ceiling. And so people weren't able to see as well when doing quality control and quality assurance and building the guitars. And I thought, oh man, what a neat move to say, here's an obvious problem. The guitar builders can't see what they're doing. Let's put in some new light bulbs. That got me excited. Okay, so he's addressing the quality control issue. Andertons released another video that also got me excited. In this video, they talked about how Gibson decided to take their Les Paul standard, and instead of adding things to it like robo-tuners or doing things that were quirky and new, they were going to keep the standards more like standards and then do unique, forward-thinking guitar ideas on other models. Oh, great, that's exciting, because when I hear standard, I think of what a Gibson normally would be. And then they dropped the price a little bit too. So now I'm on fire for Gibson. And so I went to a local music store, saw the new lineup of Les Pauls, sat down with them and played them. As mainly a Stratocaster player, I didn't instantly bond with any of these Les Pauls, but I was still excited about them, and there were some neat finishes on them, and I decided that I would revisit the Les Pauls. So I left the store without buying anything, but I was still excited about Gibson, just a little bit disappointed that I hadn't immediately connected with any of the Les Pauls that were in the shop. Fast forward in time a little bit, and then two things happen. The Mark Agnesi video comes out, where Gibson says, hey, play authentic, but if anyone is trying to design a guitar that has Gibson-esque aesthetics, we're coming for you. I'm almost positive that exact phrase, we're coming for you, was in the video. Second, they actually began following through on lawsuits. Dean was taken to court. And so once I saw this litigious side of Gibson emerge, it just killed all the excitement I had for Gibson. It took all the wind out of my sails for a guitar from Gibson, and I gave up my hunt for the Les Paul. Fast forward now to 2022. While the Dean lawsuit was still going on, everything else had been pretty quiet, and the anger and outrage I felt towards Gibson had subsided some. So I was scrolling through the different guitars that they make, drawn specifically to Les Pauls, and I saw that smoke burst finish, and it was beautiful. And then I saw the wine red color finish, and I loved that one too. But I just couldn't get past the fact that it was a Gibson. And that might sound petty. Others of you might agree with me. You love the aesthetic, but you're just so upset at the company you can't imagine financially supporting them. So what did I end up doing? I ended up getting this guitar. This is the Paul Reed Smith S2 McCarty. It's a 594, single cut, and it has the pattern vintage neck on the back. It has that carved top right there, not the violin carved. You can see it's kind of, there's a step down, if you will, a beveling, maybe that's what you could call it, around the edge. It's got that beautiful kind of brownish, smoky burst. And I thought to myself, the McCarty came from Paul Reed Smith sitting down with Mr. McCarty of Gibson, having a guitar talk, talking about building guitars. And this was either Paul Reed Smith's tribute to him or the incorporation of that knowledge into a guitar that came out named after McCarty. And so with a Paul Reed Smith quality build in a Gibson-esque flavor, I thought to myself, this is the guitar that I want. I want Paul Reed Smith quality, I want Gibson aesthetics, and I want the quality control of Paul Reed Smith, and I want a vintage style guitar in this shape with this appearance. And so I got the McCarty 594 S2 by Paul Reed Smith. All right, let's hear how this thing sounds. We're up here on the neck pickup. We'll start off with humbuckers and then I'll go to single coils. By the way, I'm playing through a Victory V140 Super Duchess. I have the preamp actually turned really low and the master volume is up and it's on the 100 watt setting. Okay, let's go to single coil mode. See if any of these others pull out. Nope. Oh, yep. All right, there we go. Neck pickup, single coil. Bridge. Real quick, here's the volume switch going from humbucker to single. I actually think that's pretty good for a for a push-pull system and volume difference between humbuckers and single coils. You could probably run a compressor and help even out that volume difference if that's a big issue. Or you could just go up and turn your amp up a little. But anyway, I would probably go the, I hate messing around with my amp after I get it set. I would just use a compressor pedal most likely. Or a boost for the single coils. All right, let's hear what this thing sounds like. We'll hear the humbuckers first, and then I'll do the push-pull system to change to single coils. Back to neck. And here's what it sounds like going from humbucker to single coil. It's really not that bad of a volume difference between the two. I would use maybe a compressor to even them out, or possibly just a light boost for the single coils, if that's something that you want. I bought this guitar for the humbuckers though, so I really don't use the single coil option. All right, let's see what this thing sounds like with some dirt on it. I'm going to use the Protein by Brown Amplification because I don't want a big mid hump with overdrive on this McCarty S2. So I'm going to use the blue side of the Protein to give a transparent overdrive to this guitar. Let's see how it sounds. All right, here we go. All right, well, did I make the right choice? Should I keep giving Gibson a chance? Should I sell this and get a real Les Paul standard? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, make every note count.